Alright, many of you guys have requested a disassembly of the SR-9, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick look at the internals as well as how it's disassembled. So to begin, there's all these little holes around the entire trigger mechanism, and those are screw holes. So I took out the screws, and what I'm going to do here is take off the receiver cover like so, set that to the side, and here you can see the internals. There's the magazine well, magazine release here, which can be removed via a screw right here, but I'm not going to take that out because it really serves no purpose unless I need to take care of an issue with it. Here's a trigger right here, just a little pins to keep it in place, and they sit in those holes right there. And then right here is the lever, which comes out as well, and it is a piece of aluminum. And then finally here is the trigger sear, which I'm gonna go ahead and take out. And here you have it, just a little covered in grease, obviously, but it is some polycarbonate with aluminum inside, so the actual sear is aluminum. Next, I'm going to take off this whole receiver cover here to get access to all the firing components within the main body. There's a screw right here and right here that I've already removed, which hold it on, and it just comes right off like so. So I'll set that to the side. And inside here you can see this little plate that the receiver attaches to, the bolt right here, which connects to the actual bolt inside, and just kind of a quick explanation of how I got it not to have a gap between the two pieces of pipe is right here is some Bondo, and I just use that as a filler so it looks nicer on the final product. Alright, so here you can see the plate, so I'm going to take that off. I removed the screw underneath here. There's a screw in this hole right here, and a screw right here that hold in the barrel. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull it out, and here you can see the whole barrel. As for the barrel assembly here, it is essentially a 1/2 inch CPVC barrel that I believe was around 14 inches that is nested in some bored out 1 inch PVC, and right here there's an O-ring seal, so you can get better performance by preventing any air loss coming out this way when you fire, and it's all forced directly down the barrel. Alright, here you can see the whole bolt, which I just slid out similarly to how the barrel slides out. You just push it forward and it comes right out of the main body. There's an O-ring seal right here, piece of 1/2 inch CPVC that loads on the dart, and really it's a pretty simple component. Alright, so I took off this butt plate right here to get access to the spring guide, spring, and piston. They all can either slide out the front or the back, either way. So I have to ram a ramrod of some sort down here. So I'm going to do that real quick and show you what that looks like. Alright, so here you have the piston head, which is pretty covered in grease, with the O-ring, full K26 spring, and then the spring guide here. So the spring is held in place while this whole entire piece of CPVC goes within it. So picture the spring being on here. This is where it go back to when it's primed. And when you pull the trigger, obviously it goes forward, just like most Nerf guns do. Alright, to finish up here, I have all the main firing components taken out just to give you a quick idea of how it shoots when you load it and then fire. So first off, when you pull the bolt back, it will push the piston back. So, but this will all be simultaneously. Obviously I have one hand here, so and then the bolt will slide back pushing back the piston like that. The barrel just rolled out of the way there. There's the gap where the dart from the magazine will be fed up, and then the bolt will, bear with me here, this is a challenge. Okay, then when you slide it back forward, it'll lock it in place, as you can see there, and there will now be a cavity right here. You pull the trigger, the spring slams the piston forward, and forcing all this air to the dart and out the barrel, and then you just repeat that same process until your magazine's empty and reload and etc. Alright, so here's a final look at all of the parts that can be taken out of the gun for maintenance or repair. It may be quite a few parts, but I only use these 3 screwdrivers to take apart everything here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope I answered everything that you guys are wondering, and I'll talk to you guys soon.